This too shall pass. Keep that in mind whenever you're dealing with any situation, whether it's bad, definitely, and also whether it's good, right? It's a double-edged sword because it can help you in the times when things are bad, because bad times don't last forever, but good times don't last forever. So it's a matter of finding balance in being able to have an internal peace regardless of the external situation, being the eye of the hurricane and not being on the external outer bands, if you will, right? So part of the spiritual journey is being able to find that peace regardless of the situations, because these external situations, good or bad, will pass, right? Everything you see will eventually pass. Even the sun will eventually pass. So if you can keep that in mind, it gives you a point of reference to view the world from, right? And that's the spiritual journey. That way you can act in according to the situation and not just react. Master teacher just put up a little thing about the reptilian brain, and you can bypass that, if you will, just kind of using his language, and shout out to him. But we're going to do a space cast tonight. Got a couple things we're going to go over, but really want to hear from you guys. But one of the things that I wanted to touch on today was, first of all, that this too shall pass. And also some of the things that a lot of spiritual people don't talk about is that they have their own crap that they're dealing with too, their own emotion, their own anxiety, their own depression, their own self-doubt, their own whatever, right? Just because you're spiritual, awake, or awakening, whatever term you want to use, doesn't mean you still don't deal with these things. Like one of the people I looked up to or look up to was Anthony DeMaio, and he talked about being depressed before enlightenment and being depressed after enlightenment. But after enlightenment, he didn't identify with that depression. He understand that that was on the outer bands of his hurricane, if you will. He was within the eye. So this pandemic is going to produce, and is producing, a lot of mental issues. And one of the things is, just like the pharmaceutical industry, there is more money in treatment and not the cure. So spirituality is the cure, getting into that center point and understanding that you are the eye of the hurricane and not the outer bands, and that this too shall pass gives you a perspective to view things and view yourself. So that's the cure. But a lot of people don't want the cure. They just want their symptoms solved or their symptoms reduced or things of that nature. So spirituality is the cure. Mental health is going to be a big thing coming up, and this will be beneficial. So just keep that in mind. And spiritual people go through the same thing. Anxiety. I have anxiety for future events that haven't happened, but I understand that this too shall pass. So keep that in mind, G's. All right. And if you're going through something, just keep in mind